invitations has already been decided. That's dictated by league placings. And you see it there. Cahardera will play Lady in St Patrick's Knock or Pius's Marifel. Our Ladies Castle Lady will play Louis Bonmina. Inishowen will play St Patrick's Curie, and St Patrick's Downpatrick will play St Malachy's Castle Welland. Those games are on or before Saturday the 2nd of February. Now, brings us to the MacRory Cup, the main item of business. The draws for the MacRory Cup quarterfinals will be made by Una Murdoch, representing Danske Bank, and Jimmy Smith, chair of the schools. The quarterfinalists, 4 of the quarterfinalists have already been decided. Those are the 4 teams which won the 4 groups, the 4 league groups. Michael's in Enniskillen, Mara, Omagh CBS, it's at Pat's Armagh there, will be in Bowl 1. In Bowl 2 will be the 4 playoff winners. And the playoffs there, as you see, on or before Sunday the 27th of January, there for last week in the new in January, in the new year. Colman's Newry versus Holy Trinity Cookstown. McCartney's Monaghan versus Abbey CBS. St Roman's Lurgan, the holders, versus Patricia Catholic Cross. And Eunice Letterkenny versus St Patrick's Academy Dungannon. And the winners of those games will play one of the already qualified quarterfinals. The MacRory Cup was first played for in 1923, so this is actually the 97th instalment of the MacRory Cup. Although there were 5 senior titles before 1923 when the trophy didn't exist, so in actual fact then that would make it, this is the 102nd or the 103rd Ulster Senior Schools Championship title. So we can proceed then with the draw. As I said, in Bowl 1 you will have the already qualified quarterfinalists, and then in Bowl 2, which is actually the McLaren Cup trophy, we will have the winners of the qualifiers. Can I also say, for a point of historical information and interest, that the MacRory Cup that you see before you, that new trophy which we've had since 2012, that is actually the 3rd MacRory Cup that has existed. The previous 2 have been retired to the O'Fee Museum in Armagh. That one there was first awarded for a horse race at Leopardstown in 1906. So the trophy that you see there, the current MacRory Cup, is at least 112 years old, and it was in safekeeping somewhere in some country house in somewhere in Ireland. It became available at auction eventually and fell into our hands in the early months of 2012, which enabled us to retire its predecessor, which was showing 50 years of wear and tear at that stage, and so therefore we were able to replace it with that magnificent trophy there, courtesy of Cardinal Brady, thereby maintaining also the link between the Diocese of Armagh and the MacRory Cup that has been there since 1923. So that history lesson then, we'll proceed with the draw. And Jimmy, if you will, first quarterfinal.
Thanks, somebody start. First one out is Omagh CBS.
And Omagh CBS, Una will now dictate who Omagh CBS will play. St Colman's Newry or Holy Trinity Cookstown. Second quarterfinal.
St Patrick's Mahara.
Most recent holders of the title in 2016. Currently have 16 titles. St Eunice Letterkenny or St Patrick's Academy Dungannon.
St Patrick's Armagh.
Patrick Armagh, last holders of the title in the first year of this millennium, to year 2000, will play. St. Ronan's Lurgan or Patrician Carrickmacross. Ronan's, of course, the holders and first time winners last year, went on to lift the Hogan Cup as well, the All Ireland title.
St. Michael's and Skillen.
St. Michael's and Skillen, last holders of the title in 2012, I think 5 titles at this point. Will play McCarthy's Monaghan or Abbey CBS. So, to recap, our 4 quarter-finals, which will be played between Wednesday the 6th and Sunday the 11th of February. Those quarter-finals are Oma CBS versus St. Coleman's Newry or Holy Trinity Cookstown. Secondly, St. Patrick's Mahara versus St. Judas Letterkenny or St. Patrick's Academy Dungannon. Third, St. Pat's Armagh versus St. Ronan's Lurgan or Patrician Carrickmacross. And finally, St. Michael's and Skillen versus St. Cartons Monaghan or Abbey CBS. And final word of thanks to, where is he in the room, Seamus McAleenan. Is he still with us? Yes, he is there on my right. Seamus McAleenan, you heard the profiles of the players, the CVs and all of that we announced earlier. All of that was compiled, all of that information was compiled yet again this year by Seamus McAleenan. And our thanks, of course, are due to him. Our thanks are also due to him, Moila Boykas, for all the coverage that he gets us in the Irish News. And you've seen the acres of column inches that we've had throughout Term 1 in the Irish News. And thirdly, I want to say that he actually retired from teaching on Friday past. So we anticipate that not only will he continue with those acres in newsprint, that he'll actually multiply them in the future. Thanks very much, Seamus. We're all in debt to you. So that ends our formalities for today. Congratulations again to all the All-Stars, to their coaches and their managers, those who prepared them and brought them to this point. And we wish all the teams represented here today best wishes for the quarterfinals and for the knockout stages of the competitions now in Term 2. Thank you very much.